Hello and welcome to my world. Today I'm going to show you some of the changes that I've made to these two trucks since the last videos that I made on them. And on the left is the ESP King Clod, Clodzilla 2 Clodbuster, and on the right is the Sassy Chassis Bullhead that I call Raging Bull. And if you want to see details of these two trucks, take a look at any of the videos that I made that are also on my channel. But in this video, it's going to be a quick video, I just wanted to focus on some of the changes I've made to these two trucks since I made those two videos. So starting on the left, on the King Clod, I replaced the stock Tamiya ball studs on the center of the chassis right here, where the red suspension arms attached to. I replaced the stock ones with J-Concepts titanium ball studs, and also here where the ladder bar is attached to, I replaced those ball studs with J-Concepts titanium ones. And you can't see the ball studs here because the machined aluminum JPS ladder bars cover up the ball studs. But if you want to see what those look like, take a look over here on Raging Bull. And I replaced those same parts on Raging Bull with the J-Concept parts. So right here where the black suspension arms attached to, I replaced those brass stock ball studs with titanium ones from J-Concepts. And also here on the ladder bars in the center of the chassis, I replaced those stock Tamiya steel ball studs with titanium ones from J-Concepts. And those ladder bars are new ones made by Hot Racing. And if you look at the older videos of Raging Bull, you'll see the aluminum ladder bars from Pargu. And don't worry about those. They're not going to go in the trash. They're not going to go to waste. I have a new project I'm thinking of using those on. So they will be put to good use. And the Hot Racing ladder bars fit nicely in place of the Pargu ones. And the only difference with the Hot Racing ladder bars is that the lower shock mounting brackets right here are a little lower on the Hot Racing ladder bars compared to the lower shock mounting brackets on the Pargu ladder bars. So in order to fit them on, also the Hot Racing ones had to fit on these ESP quad shock mounts. I had to file away on the shock mounts just a tiny bit right around here because the Hot Racing ladder bars have some reinforcement portions of aluminum machined into them right here, and those reinforcements make the lower shock mount stronger, but those kind of interfered a little tiny bit with the ESP quad shock mount. So I had to just take a round file and kind of file a tiny bit of aluminum away from the lower shock mounts here, right in that portion right there. So just a little teeny tiny bit, not too much. But aside from that, they fit perfectly. So I'm very happy with the Hot Racing ladder bars. They look great on there. As, dare I say, they may be the nicest looking machined aluminum ladder bars for Clodbusters. They really look nice to my eyes anyway. But if anyone is thinking of buying some of these J-Concepts titanium ball studs for Clodbusters and Bullheads, here's what they look like brand new. And I have a set of new ones sitting right here because I might be using these on another project truck in the future. Haven't quite decided yet. Oh, before I forget too, I also replaced the stock Tamiya ladder bar ball hitch right here on the back with one of the titanium ones from J-Concepts. So now I've got some titanium parts on these two trucks. And that kind of brings up the point, are these titanium ball studs really necessary? Probably not. But you reach a point when you've replaced every single part on a Clodbuster or Bullhead and it's like, okay, what's stick some titanium ball studs in there. Why not? I've replaced everything else, so why not just throw those on there? And so they're not totally critical in my opinion, but they are a nice to have option. And also keep in mind, if you're thinking of getting into clodbusters or bullheads, there are so many aftermarket parts for these trucks, and you can absolutely go crazy and drive yourself to the poorhouse replacing everything stock on these trucks. And to give you an idea of how many parts are available for these things, the King Clod on the left, the original builder of that truck finished it sometime in the late 1980s. Now, I don't know exactly when because it was built by the guy that started ESP Hobby Manufacturing, so I'm not sure exactly when the truck was finished, its first phase of modifications, but I would say sometime around 1988. And as I film this, it's 2025, and I'm still modifying the truck. So it seems like the amount of modifications for these trucks just never ends. But if you're thinking of getting into clodbusters, just realize, or bullheads, just realize that you don't have to replace all that stuff to have fun. Clodbusters and bullheads are totally enjoyable, just even in their completely stock configuration. So take the modifications slow if you are going to modify your truck. Do them one at a time, nice and easy. You don't have to do them all at once and just write out a blank check, because if you do that, you can absolutely, man, you can just absolutely trash your whole savings account by doing that sort of thing. So take it slow and easy, and then you'll have fun, and you can plan out your modifications in advance. So anyways, if anybody has any comments or questions about either of these two trucks or any of the modifications that I recently done to them, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll catch you in the next video.